you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
Y'all take it away. What we got going? NFL draft.
Draft is coming up. I think this Thursday of this upcoming week. Obviously, it's a pretty exciting time for NFL fans, for football fans in general. I don't know. There's been some good storylines so far, but most recently, well, what I've seen at least is Jayden Daniels, his agent, he's upset with the way that the Washington Commanders conducted their pre-draft interview with him. So I think he was expecting a one-on-one interview, which is what I assume most people get. Most quarterbacks usually get invited into a facility. They may even work out, have like meetings, do film breakdowns. But what the Commanders did, it seemed like they invited every single quarterback at once. So it was like a little like quarterback party for their pre-draft interviews. And his agent, he didn't like that. So I don't know if that's going to shake up the number 2 and 3 picks. I don't know what's going to happen with Jayden Daniels right now, but I think that's one exciting storyline. But this mock draft on the left, I can't imagine Caleb Williams doesn't go first overall. I'm pretty sure that's been basically locked in. But people have whatever takes they want to have. But Ian, you have any exciting storylines or anything you're looking for in the draft?
Oh yeah, to your Jayden Daniels point, I saw some report yesterday. I don't know how true it is, but I saw that his agent him and his agent don't want to go to Washington anymore.
That's what they're saying. I don't know how true that is. His agent was upset at the meeting. I know that. I don't know if that means he's not playing there.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, like to your point, I do think Caleb also should be number 1. I think that's cemented right now. I think after that, it's kind of shaky though.
Yeah, I don't know how the rest of the draft shakes out. We're kind of a bit early in terms of will teams move up or not, which will tell us a lot. What teams will move up? The Vikings, they need to add a quarterback, it seems. And they already got 2 first-round picks this year. So they seem to have the draft capital to move up somewhere in the draft to get their quarterback. I don't know if they actually will do that or not, but I'm excited to see that. I'm also looking at the Patriots. They have the 3rd pick, and one of these top 3 quarterbacks will be there. But I don't know how ready that roster is to bring a quarterback into it, especially if you're going to play him. Like if they really like one of those guys or whoever's there at 3, I would draft him. But to draft him and play him in his first year, I feel like that's just setting him up for failure, kind of like how the Panthers did Bryce Young. I don't think Bryce Young sucks, but a lot of people have declared him a bust. And he played on one of the worst football teams I've seen in my life. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. The Panthers team around the quarterback was horrible. Like, it was horrible. The game plan was bad. So I'm interested to see what the Patriots do there. And if they trade down, then that really will shake things up because somebody will be coming up for seemingly a quarterback. And yeah, the whole draft will get shaken up from there. But also, I'm really excited to see what the Falcons do, as they're my favorite team. I don't know what we're going to do. It kind of depends on who's left. Like looking at this board on the left side, it seems like one of those top three receivers, Harrison Jr., Odunze, or Neighbors will be there. If one of them's there, I'm not mad if we take him. I'm also not mad if we take one of those pass rushers, Dallas Turner, Latu, or Jared Verse. I'm not mad if we take one of those guys there either. But I feel like there's a lot of flexibility for the Falcons because I won't say that we need too many positions in the draft. Like we're kind of coming in a good position to where, yeah, we don't need much. We can add a pass catcher. We definitely need a pass rusher. I'll say that, but not at number 8. So I'm interested to see what happens.
Another story I keep hearing is JJ McCarthy and him being like the 4th or 3rd quarterback in the draft, which I think is, I guess,
or second. I've heard second, 3rd.
Dang. Well, that's news to me, but I think that's a little too high. I think 4, 5 is okay, but when people start to draft them top 10, I think that's where it gets a little crazy. Because when we look at it, like the Giants, is JJ McCarthy going to come in and be better than Daniel Jones with that roster that they have? Like they need other needs. So I do think Roma Dunze or another wide receiver, definitely a better fit for their team right now. So I'm interested to see where he goes and maybe see how far he falls. Because I don't know.
I don't think he'll far too far. Looking at it, like the Vikings are 11th. I think they would take a flyer on him. The what's it called are 12. The Broncos are 12. The Raiders are 13. Like all those teams need a quarterback. The Saints are 14. Like honestly, any of those teams could justify getting a quarterback. And then like the Seahawks are 16. Like, or they got who did they trade for this offseason? A backup quarterback. They got Sam Howell this offseason. They have Geno Smith, obviously. But like I would say any of those teams could draft a quarterback. So I don't think he'll get too far. If it was me, I'm not drafting him that high. I don't think he's that great. I mean, yeah, it's based on what we saw at Michigan, but in fairness to him, like we didn't get a chance to see much. Like that wasn't really the game plan to let him show his talent. So he's kind of unknown. We'll see though.
Which team do y'all believe needs the best draft in 2024?
I think it really matters for the Bears, especially what they do with that 9th pick. Because I do feel like they do need another weapon on that team, maybe another edge rusher to pair with what's his name from Josh Sweat. I think they have.
That's it. What are we talking about?
I'm just talking about they need another edge rusher like Josh Sweat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But I do think or maybe even like an offensive tackle just to protect Caleb. Because I do think they have a lot of needs, especially to get that team to the playoffs, which I do think they should, based on their expectations.
I mean, yeah, the Bears have a good roster now. They drafted really well last year, getting that offensive tackle from Tennessee. I don't know, he's blank on his name, Darnell something, but they drafted him last year. He's been good. They definitely could go all line again. You're right. They could go. I guess they could go wide receiver again. Because Keenan Allen's getting old, so he's not going to be there for that long. But, yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. And you're right, they can go edge rusher. So I think the team that needs to hit the most is the Jets. The Jets really need to hit because they sold out for Aaron Rodgers. Like the Jets sold out for Aaron Rodgers. They brought him in, made him like the face of the franchise. They acted like he was going to take them to the promised land year one. Obviously, it didn't work out towards Achilles' first 3 plays. But they also took his offensive coordinator. They took his right-hand man to be their offensive coordinator. So they tied themselves to Nathaniel Hackett and Rodgers. They brought in a bunch of players that Aaron Rodgers likes. So I think the Jets really need to hit in this draft. I don't know if they'll go offensive line like it says here or get a playmaker. Brock Bowers may be there, or maybe one of these wide receivers may fall to 10. But, yeah, I'm interested to see what the Jets do. They have to hit, though, and they have to succeed this year, or this will be a massive failure of a project to bring in Aaron Rodgers. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, I mean, we talk about, some of the GMs for these teams. Let's say one of these teams has a dud in this draft. You think somebody's job could be in jeopardy if they don't do what they're supposed to do here?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, guys get you fired, especially quarterbacks. We can just look at the top 3. If any of these quarterbacks bust in the top 3, he's going to get fired. Like the chance that he doesn't is low. He's going to probably get fired within the next two years. I would say he'll be gone.
And so, especially if those teams don't have success, like
they won't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You won't have success because if you draft one of these 3 quarterbacks and they're a bust, you're not going to have success and you're fired. You're done. Like you're done.
I just meant success as in I feel like Caleb Williams has a lot of expectations year one.
He absolutely does. Ryan Poles, similar for Ryan Poles. If Caleb Williams sucks, Ryan Poles may be done like quickly, very quickly, because he's now passed on CJ, he passed on Bryce, he passed on all the quarterbacks last year, and then he will have passed on, I wouldn't bet all three of these quarterbacks bust. So he'll have passed on some of these quarterbacks in this draft. So they'll say he can't evaluate talent. He'll be gone.
So I'm gonna ask this question. It's gonna be my last question, but I'm gonna ask this question now, and I'm gonna ask this question after the draft. All right. Out of these names, who do you believe will come in and have immediate impact on their team? All right. Like I said, I'm gonna ask this twice. So think about it now, and your answer may change depending on the situation. So let's see.
You go.
I think it has to be a quarterback, just because they're the most important position.
Are they?
I guess I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I think so.
You said what?
You said are they? He said, "Are they?"
I was just saying, is the quarterback the most important position? Like,
yeah, I guess I'll go with Caleb. I guess. I guess I'll go with Caleb. He looks the most polished. He has a very good pocket presence. He didn't have a great year last year in his college career, but he does have a Heisman. We've seen him play with good receivers like Jordan Addison and have a good year or a career year. So he's very capable of playing outside of structure. And I do think they're ready for him in Chicago, especially offensively. They have a good defense too, very slept on. So I do think he's ready for success.
I can echo that point. Yeah, Caleb. I think Caleb's really good. Like, a lot of people have been hating on him, and in my opinion, I don't think it's all football that they're hating on. They hate on his personality, the fingernail painting, some of the other antics, like the not working out, and all of that. But if I was gonna pick these guys, I would probably go. I think Bowers is going to be a good player. I don't know where he's going to go, but he's definitely an immediate starter for wherever he goes, Bowers. So I think he's going to be a good player. And to Miles's point, Marvin Harrison will be good wherever he goes. All three of those wide receivers they're going to be good. Neighbors, Odunze, and Marvin Harrison. I don't even know who's the best out of them. I know people like Marvin Harrison. He's the biggest, like the tallest one, and he's a really good athlete, and he has the name to go with that. But I don't know if he's even better than those other guys, but I would say they're all like really good. So
yeah, they'll definitely come in and make an instant impact.
So honestly, yeah, I'll just say the pass catchers. I'll go ahead and say that the top four pass catchers. So I'll say the top three receivers and Brock Bowers. They'll all have immediate impact wherever they go. So yeah,
should be very interesting. All right, gentlemen. Do we have anything about this NFL draft coming up that we want to speak on before we get up out of here?
And the lipstick, that's what they be saying that. And people say he's not. I don't understand why people say he's not good. In terms of talent, he's better than any. Like, he's as talented as any quarterback that we've seen recently, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's like people give the Patrick Mahomes comparisons, and like sometimes it's like a bit far of a comparison. In my opinion, I don't think it's that crazy. Like, just the talent. Like, Patrick Mahomes is great because he has the talent, and he's also like really good in his mind, and he's gotten much better in his mind. Like, look at Patrick Mahomes' first year in the NFL to now, two different players, like completely, way different players. He's much better now. They play cover 2 on him all game, make him check the ball down, and he's willing to do that now. He wasn't when he was younger, but he was good enough to do it. So, but Caleb Williams, if Caleb Williams can get it right up here, he can make the same throw. Like, he can make all those throws. He's a plus athlete to Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, by a good margin. Like, Caleb Williams can run the football, like, for real.
Yeah.
So I don't think Caleb Williams will bust. I really don't. I don't understand why people say that. But
It would be
It's
very,
just
very
all in his
exciting.
head for real. Like,
yeah, no, if they can develop him well in Chicago, and he can just steadily get better. First year he'll have struggles. He'll throw interceptions. He'll turn the ball over. That will happen, especially because guys who are uber talented want to make all the throws, and I think he did that in college last year. And that definitely bit him in some games. But if he settles down and they have enough guys around him to make it relatively easy, he's gonna be a guy.
I'll be looking to see it. I will be looking to see it. Like I said, I will be asking some more questions when it comes, after draft time.